Manny Pacquiao is set to face replacement opponent Yordenis Ugas on August 21st with the WBA world title on the line. I'm going to break down why I think this could be a step too far for Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is undoubtedly one of the greatest fighters of his generation. However, age has to catch up with him at some point, and he will lose again if he keeps fighting the elite like Spence and Ugas. I've noticed a lot of people giving Ugas no chance in this fight, and I view that perspective as incredibly naive. Ugas is an elite fighter in the welterweight division. Many people, including myself, believe that Ugas beat the highly regarded former world champion Sean Porter, although he wasn't given the decision by the judges. This fight is going to be extremely difficult for Pacquiao. He hasn't fought someone as tough or even as skillful as Ugas since Tim Bradley in 2016. Also, you've got to remember that Pacquiao hasn't fought since 2019 against Keith Thurman, whereas Yordenis Ugas was active more recently, fighting twice in 2020. Could activity play a part in this fight? We'll have to wait and see, although I have a sneaky suspicion that it will. From a stylistic perspective, looking at the two fighters, there's a couple very obvious differences. Pacquiao is a more aggressive front foot pressure fighter, whereas Yordenis Ugas is more of a counter-puncher with some slick defensive capabilities. Pacquiao has some special attributes which have allowed him to rise to the top of the tree, such as his unusually fast feet, allowing him to maneuver his body more easily than the average elite level fighter. Also, his hand speed is that of legend. There's very few fighters in the sport's history that can compete with the hand speed of Manny Pacquiao. But like I said, Ugas is a defensively responsible counter-puncher. Pacquiao has notoriously struggled against this style. Even in his last fight against Thurman, there were times when Thurman would catch Pacquiao quite easily when he was coming forward. Styles make fights, and I believe the two styles of Pacquiao and Ugas set up an intriguing matchup. I'm not convinced that Pacquiao wins. I'm really not. That doesn't mean that Pacquiao is trash, and I'm not hating on Pacquiao, but I think Ugas has the style to give him a whole load of trouble. I could lie to you, follow the crowd and say I'm picking Pacquiao in this fight, but I'm not. I'm picking Ugas to win by decision, although it's unlikely just because boxing politics is strong within the PBC. Even if Ugas won fair and square, he probably wouldn't get the decision because Pacquiao's the cash cow and still needs to pass the torch on to Spence. But I think Ugas is going to ruin those plans. Let me know who you think wins Manny Pacquiao versus Yordenis Ugas in the comment section below.